We're now at week 8 of the NFL season, so I'm going to take a look at some of the good matchups from this week. So I'm going to go here to the bonus tools, and we're going to go to the power ranking indicator. And the first game I'm looking at is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. So we're going to go here NFL. We get the Seattle Seahawks up here. So we have Seattle. And they go up against Detroit. So we got Seattle and Detroit right here. So take a look at the trends here right now. And on the power rankings indicator, you see here that Seattle is trending downward. They still have an 8-7 advantage over the Lions on this indicator, but you see that Seattle is trending much farther downward at this moment than Detroit is. So let's take a look at something else here that'll give us a better idea of how to pick this matchup between 2, 3, and 3 football teams. So let's go look at the Team Volatility Oscillator and see if we have anything going on here as far as the stability of these two teams at this point of the season. So we go here to NFL and just take a look at the top 10 most stable teams and the bottom 10 most stable. You see that neither one are in the top 10. And if you go down to the most unstable teams, you see the Detroit Lions down here are among the most unstable teams in the league. So that is important because that means that you do not perform very well when underdogs, but they also perform quite well when they are favorites. So that's something to take note of. And they are 3-point favorites this week. So let's take a look at something else here that'll give us a better idea of which way we want to go here. So let's go to the Team Strength Oscillator, and we're going to go to NFL. And again, we'll take a look at the two teams that are in this week's matchup. So we have the Seattle Seahawks again, and that is versus the Detroit Lions. So it's Seattle versus Detroit. So we come down here, and now you notice that Detroit is trending upward, as you can see with ice cold up. So they were very much down at the bottom here. Now they're trending back upward, and Seattle is average up. So they're actually trending in a little bit better direction than the Lions are at this point. So you can see what's happening here. It should be a very close matchup here on the road for Seattle, but I think that what's going to happen here is that I think the Detroit Lions will probably win this ball game playing at home, and they should win and cover the spread, but I don't think they will win by more than a touchdown. So I'm picking Detroit to win the ball game outright, cover the spread, but it'll be a nice game to watch, and it'll be decided by less than one touchdown. So let's look at another matchup here. We got the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers. So this is actually a very good matchup here. Let's go here to the power ranking indicator. Baltimore lost last week on a missed extra point at the end, which would have tied the game and sent it to overtime, while the Panthers surprised everybody, defeating the Eagles after being behind 17-0 in the fourth quarter. So you look here at Baltimore, and we look here at Carolina, and we got Carolina up here. Okay, so you see what's happening here. You know Carolina won. They have a slight, just steep trend downward, but they still have a plus 17 on the power ranking indicator. But Baltimore clearly ahead of them on this indicator with a 25-17 advantage. So let's now take a look at something else here, which might help us. If you notice on the let's see, we got the Team Strength Oscillator. Let's look at the Team Strength Oscillator next. It's always a very good tool to see which way they're trending. So let's go to Baltimore and let's go to Carolina. Baltimore and Carolina. You see Carolina is up here, moving up. They're average down at the moment, and Baltimore is average up. So what's happening here now? You also have to consider that Carolina is 3-0 at home this year, but the Ravens are 2-point favorites on the road. Okay, so I think what's going to happen here is, although that Carolina is 3-0 at home, you know, Baltimore is plus 75 in point differential this year. That is crazy. They're only averaging 14. They're only giving up an average of 14 points per game. Their defense is just too strong. I think they will take this game over Carolina. It'll be a close game. It'll be a fun game to watch, but Baltimore should come out on top in this one. Okay, so let's look at Indianapolis and Oakland now. So this is two teams that are really, neither one of them are playing very well at this moment. Both are 1-5. Oakland is just in a bad state at the moment after trading Amari Cooper to Dallas, the #1 receiver. So looks like they're already looking towards next year, getting these #1 picks coming in. But let's take a look at what it says here on the oscillator. So here we have the team strength oscillator again, and we're going to look at Indianapolis. We're going to look at Oakland. So we have Indianapolis here, and then we put in Oakland over here. Indianapolis versus Oakland. Okay, so here we go. So you see here Indianapolis dead, Oakland ice cold down. You can see the huge trend downward here for Oakland. You just keep going down, and Indianapolis all the way down also. You can see this big trend going downward also, and now considered dead on this. So we could also look at the power ranking indicator, and when doing so, you're going to notice something here that both teams are really in bad shape. That is the wrong indicator, excuse me. So let's go to the power ranking indicator. So you will see here then that both teams are going to be near the bottom, which is not a surprise, being that they're both 1-5 and really going nowhere fast. So let's look here at Oakland. Now let's put Indianapolis in first. We got Indianapolis, and then we got Oakland. Indianapolis and Oakland. Okay, so if you take a look at here, both of these teams trending way downward here. Now this was Oakland going up slightly here between September 30th and October 7th, but now they're way back down here at 2, and Indianapolis is down here at 1. So these are obviously the bottom 2 teams in the league right now, according to this. So what's going to happen here, though, I think, though, that Indianapolis, even though they're ranked a little bit lower, after this trade now that Oakland just made, I think that they are down even further than Indianapolis. Indianapolis is a 3-point favorite. I think that they will win and cover this game as well. So let's take a look at Green Bay and the Rams. Well, the Rams are the hottest team in the league at 7-0. They are 9-point favorites over the Packers, who are 0-2 on the road this year. Is there any indication that the Packers can win this game? Well, let's take a look at the oscillators and see. If you look here, we have, here we go, we got Packers and the Rams. The Rams are plus 31 on the power ranking indicator, and the Packers are dropping. They're down to plus 11. So you can see the trend is in completely opposite directions. I mean, the Packers do have Aaron Rodgers, but can they keep up with the Rams offense? Unlikely. Let's take a look at another oscillator here real quick. So we're going to look at the team strength oscillator and just see what that's saying here as far as the trend of the two teams. Most likely it's going to have the Rams as burning hot at 7-0. There's really no other way they could be anything but that. So let's take a look at the Rams, and we take a look at the Packers. Okay, so the Rams and the Packers right here. And as you notice, the Rams are definitely burning hot. They just keep going up, while the Packers are average down. So another clear advantage for the Rams. The Rams are winning by an average of 15 points per game this year, so actually being only a 9-point favorite at home says a little bit about some respect for the Packers. They do have Rodgers, but it won't be enough. The Rams will win this game and cover. Okay, so let's look at the Jets and the Bears. The Jets and the Bears. So the Bears had a good chance of beating New England. They lost 38-31. And then the Jets come in, pretty much being handled very easily by Minnesota, and they're 3-4 on the season. So let's take a look here. Okay, so if you take a look here at this team strength oscillator here, what you have here is you see both teams actually on a downward trend. The Bears average down. They're now 3-3 on the year, and the Jets are also, now here it says burning hot, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they'd be burning hot because they did just lose, but you can see they are on a downward trend just by the way this is going here. So let's take a look at another oscillator here. We're going to take a look at the power ranking indicator once again. These are the two that I look at the most as far as picking the NFL games. I also look at head-to-head matchups and the Team Volatility Oscillator. And neither one of these teams are in the top 10 or bottom 10 in team volatility. So we're going to look here at teams. So I've got the Bears and I got the Jets. And this is the power ranking indicator. See what's going on with that oscillator. Okay, so we got the Bears. See, heading down because they have been losing the last couple weeks. They're down to 19. And the Jets, although they lost, they were in an upward trend the last few weeks. They're up to plus 15, but they're still not quite as good as the Bears. So I don't think that the Jets can win this game. I think the Bears at -7 will win, but the Jets could very well cover. I don't think the Bears will run away with this game at all. So let's take a look at the last one of the week. It's San Francisco and Arizona. Both teams going nowhere fast, but let's take a look at it. So we got San Francisco, the 49ers, and we got Arizona. If you look at the power ranking indicator, both teams, as expected, would be near the bottom. Arizona's at 4, San Francisco's at 3. San Francisco has lost 3 straight to Arizona. They have lost 5 in a row this year, and they're also 0-4 on the road this year. We can look quickly at the team strength oscillator, but you can see everything's clearly trending in Arizona's way as far as the way the two teams are heading, especially in head-to-head. So let's just quickly look at the team strength oscillator here. And Arizona and San Francisco. And if you look at this, you will see San Francisco down, dead, all the way down at the bottom here. Arizona also dead, but not quite as bad as the 49ers. You can see the 49ers are trending way worse than Arizona, even though the records are the same. So Arizona is at home. It is a pick'em game. So I will pick Arizona to win and drop San Francisco even further into the basement at 1-7. Okay, so that's it for the picks for this week, and have a good weekend. Enjoy the games.